correct. And mind you, I'm not saying hate white people. I'm not saying disrespect white people. If you sit down to play a game of chess, you can't beat your opponent if you're getting wound up in hate. If you go on the basketball court or the football field and intend to beat your opponent, you cannot do it if I hate them. Oh, no. Know that they're coming on the field to play their very best hand. And if you're confident in yourself, you can say, hey, play your best game. I'm ready for you because I'm going to be playing my best game. What is at stake is whether we are going to have justice on this planet. White supremacy is antithetical to justice. You cannot have white supremacy and have justice at the same time. I believe that the system of white supremacy puts the people that they say who are supposed to know about justice in black robes, because you have to have melanin to understand what balance in this universe really is. So we are the people who are peculiarly suited to bring justice to this planet. I believe that is our mission. Somebody told me that Mahatma Gandhi, somebody said, ask him, what is the purpose or the role of the Negro? And he is supposed to have answered by saying, the Negro will bring justice to planet Earth. And I believe that that is correct because we are the mothers and fathers of everybody on this planet. It's not even open to argument. If you know fundamental biology, you know that white can only produce white. But crystal black can produce a mutation to albinism, and that will be a white person. Someone just brought me a picture from some of the orphans, all of the hundreds of thousands of black children who have been orphaned by this white supremacy orchestrated war in Rwanda. But the picture was significant because it was all of these little children who no longer have mothers and fathers, sleeping on little pallets on the floor, one next to another. But right there in the center of that picture was a little albino Rwandan child. You see, so that black producing white is not a mystery in biology. Black people are the only people, by producing a mutation to albinism, crossing the albino with the black, that you get the entire color spectrum that we call mankind or humankind.
Ben and Angela, how do you feel about little Machi?
We feel excited having new baby, and at the same time a bit kind of having nothing much to say. I mean, knowing not what to say from what comes out of the birth.
What do you think, Angela, first time you see Machi?
Well, first time I saw the baby, I'm happy to have a baby. At the same time, I was surprised to see the blonde hair. Even when I was in my room, where they kept me, some people that saw me there and saw the baby said, it was a strange and a surprise that, did I marry a white? Is my husband a white man? I said, no. How come? I said, I don't know. This is just the way I saw the baby. So.
And you, Ben, when you first saw Machi, what did you think?
Well, it was almost the same, like she was being surprised, and at the same time happy to have a new baby, but it was still confusing that we have a blonde, you know, in a complete black family. But I had to ask questions because I never knew actually what it is about, and I'm sure personally that it's my kid.
If they can get us to deviate from that understanding, that's an understanding that they produce. But they are busy now, for example, many of the zoos who have albino tigers, the white tigers that they boast about. Many of them are now saying, oh no, in our zoo right here in Washington, D.C., oh no, that's not an albino. That's just the white type. No. That's an albino tiger. The mother and father were brown tigers. But then you can make one albino tiger and eventually you can get another one if they're male and female, mix them together, and then you start producing a white race of albino tigers.
You're never in doubt.
I'm sure it's my kid, but I don't know why she's blonde. But
you said that they tried, they first thought it was for albinism. But
yeah, the nurse thought it was, she was albino. But when they check the eyes, they say the eyes are clear, that is not albino.
But now that the doctors are saying she's not albino, but what are they telling you now?
So, but the midwife that came today, this morning, she was saying that it might be generation past, past, that maybe from where the child was, originated from, the blonde hair, that kind of.
But so then, in that case, if it's such generations past, does it mean that there were two whites or mixed race? And if there's a mixed race, it won't come blonde. Actually, normally I've not seen that.
Is there any white? Do you know of any white relatives on either side of your family?
I don't know of white originated relative, but I know that my mom is fair in complexion.
Just only the mom.
But it's an Igbo from Nigeria.
But she's still black.
She's black,
yeah. She's black, just the color.
And have you've seen albinos in Nigeria, and do they look like?
No.
This one is different from the real people we call that's albino. The eyes always they blink their eye, and even the head, they shake their head, so they can't even see very well. But they say the eyes of my baby is okay, clear, so it's different from what we judge as albino in our own back home.
And the name Manchi, explain.
Manchi is the beauty of God.
Yeah, that's as the name implies. That's it. We think it's a thing of beauty, nothing else. Yeah. And the name just came looking at her. We didn't just decide that we will call her this before she came out. But we thought that's what her name should be. We just agreed on it. So that's how she.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
thanks.
welcome.
We are mutants. How many people saw that? I don't remember maybe you know the title of that book, you can tell us later. But she said we're mutants talking to fellow white people, and we need to face it. Check that. We're mutants, and we need to face it. So I say that we can proceed with a theory. I was talking at the Black Caucus this afternoon, told a group of people there. The white banker here in the District of Columbia, the black people in the, Black History Month, when we can talk about our ideas a little bit freely, that 1 month, without getting into too much trouble. Black people asked me to come and talk at this bank for the black employees, and of course the white people can attend, about racism. And I talked about the CRESS theory. And at the end of the discussion, the white banker, his bank, came up to me very polite, very white hair, blue eyes. He said, "You're right about what you're saying. But what can you do about it?"